My name is Pravin Isawa, and I work with ADEC Innovation as their growth and expansion head. I've been primarily responsible for the growth into Africa. And this time, when I found this opportunity of what Uzbekistan is providing, I decided to come explore the opportunity and deem fit. If Uzbekistan is deemed fit to be our next growth opportunity, then definitely ADEC would like to have their flag in Uzbekistan as well. So that's why I'm here. So what does ADEC does? ADEC Innovation has been in the space of GBS for close to 30 years. We are completing our 30 years this year in the month of September. We have presence in 26 countries, 41 offices, and we have expanded beyond the GBS space. We are into KPO. We are also into healthcare. We are also legal as a service. We also offer financial accounting outsourcing. We are also into ESG space through our clean change solutions. So that is a little bit about ADEC Innovation. We are very happy to be in Uzbekistan and what we have seen. And probably very soon you will see the ADEC flag in Uzbekistan as well. GBS has always played a very important role in creation of employment. Now, why this forum becomes very important is primarily, we are not here to discuss about the existing GBS. We are talking about the evolution of GBS in this advent of AI and re-architecting the entire global ecosystem. So that's the first thing that we are trying to do here. Now, I would talk about three important aspects on what this forum would actually help us achieve. Number one is accelerating the shift from cost arbitrage to value and capacity arbitrage. What I mean about to say here is, initially the traditional BPO under the GPS framework was more into cost arbitrage vehicle. So cost arbitrage vehicle would mean wherever there's cheaper labor available, cheaper destination available, then companies used to go over there. But with the advent of AI and technological and digital inclusion, things have changed. It is now more of value and capacity building that is necessary. That value creation is critical. That is component number one that we are going to discuss over here. Number two is Uzbekistan has a very important fundamental advantage that most mature GBS will not have. Now let me expand on this as well. Uzbekistan is talking about GBS in a time when AI is being built on, and it is taking the imagination of the entire ecosystem. So whereas the mature GBSs like India or Philippines or other destination, they have to reskill their employees. Uzbekistan has already augmented AI into their workforce. This is one of the major advantages that Uzbekistan has. And that is really mentioned or seen by the Coursera. If you look at the ranking provided by Coursera, most youth of your country actually takes on these courses and they are ready. So again, this is an opportunity for industry who is looking for talent available spaces. Uzbekistan gives you that great opportunity. The next one I'll talk about is de-risking your global expansion. In today's geopolitics, where we talk about cybersecurity, technical innovation that happens across the world, we need predictability. That is the most important aspect for any company. Now, when I talk about predictability, is with regards to the labor law, with regards to the data sovereignty, the data privacy, the incentive that you provide has to be for a longer period and not for a short term of 5 or 10 years. Here, at least we know that for next till 2040, there is zero corporate tax, and possibly there is a new legislation that might lead it to 2100 as well. This is predictability. There is also predictability when it comes to the talent availability, which is AI augmented. So these are the success factors that we are going to get from this GBS forum. And this is a magnificent forum at the right time And these are the things that is going to contribute to position Uzbekistan as the next GBS destination. Uzbekistan, as I mentioned in my previous intervention as well, there's a lot of positivity. Now, in today's presentation earlier, there was a great presentation that was given, and that would also complement my answer. Number one is the multilingual tech-ready population that you have. Now, businesses are no longer English-dominated or businesses that comes from UK or US. There is a lot of businesses that comes from Germany or European market or Japanese or Korean market. You have ready available talent. That is number one pillar, which is going to be a big supporting factor that Uzbekistan has. Number two is the market capitalization. When I say market capitalization, it is through your aggressive fiscal policies that you have brought in. The zero capital required to start a company, which for 3 years, that is a great initiative, giving a soft landing for any organization to start in this country. From that, you have a predictable tax incentive till 2040, and with Enterprise Uzbekistan, which is going to come up, probably it will go up to 2100. These are great initiatives that have been put in by the government that can ride an upcoming GBS sector. The next that I would always say is, and again through the presentation I was very happy, and I will use this term called as de-Tashkent infrastructure. When I say de-Tashkent, is always when I travel around the world, it's only the capital which is developed and built on infrastructure suits the requirement. But I'm happy to see that government has taken initiative to look into the other areas of this country and develop IT parks. Close to 8 other cities have been developed, and there are proposal of another 15 to be built in. So de-Tashkenting is a right move that the government has taken as well. And finally, the evolution of high-value KPO and in our delivery system is very critical. Now, I don't want Uzbekistan, or rather Uzbekistan is at the right place of concentrating where value addition can be brought in. Now, when I say value addition, which is what every organization wants, you will now start looking into high-end KPOs. Like, you need to build yourself on what you're looking at. Right now, I was myself been surprised that you manage 3% of the globe US logistics, which is immensely beautiful, that probably you might let the world know about it, that this is being done in Uzbekistan. Now, KPOs would be your financial accounting as a service, legal as a service. These are important factors, or healthcare, or AI as a service. So you have a lot of potential within the infrastructure, within the country, to position Uzbekistan as the next GBS destination. Let me tell you, the way you are positioned right now, there is no way you will make a mistake. Now, understanding the GBS sector, you will realize that the GBS sector is no longer an operational execution engine. It has moved into digital innovation orchestrator. Now, I'll give you 3 or 4 points to support this, how the latest trends have been trending. Number one, the death of cost arbitrage and the birth of value and capacity. And this is very critical. The way you have seen with the advent of AI, no one is talking about cost arbitrage anyway. Value and capacity valuation is what is important. Arbitrage is what people looking at, and that is what Uzbekistan have started looking into. Next, I will talk about AI first operation and hyper automation. This will be critical. As much as we all know, and we talk about this in a big way, 95% of the LLMs probably may not meet the expectation. But that 5% that meet the expectation is actually doing a great job, a great service to the world as well. So Uzbekistan has been placed to support in such a way where you have AI already augmented. When I talk about AI augmented, I talk about prompt engineering, I talk about low-code programming. These are important elements that should be looked into. The next I would look into is the regional decentralization and the rise of emerging tech hubs. Now, this is very important. The mature GBS are getting stagnated. Salary rises, geopolitics stresses, etc. And this gives opportunities for countries like Uzbekistan to position itself distinctly. And this is where we have an interest as well, where we decentralize our approach from other countries. That gives us predictability and that gives us what we need. Well, yes, AI will play a critical role, and it has been playing a critical role. Now, gone are the days where the day-to-day mundane work, the basic admin work will definitely go off. There is no it also is part of your automation as well, because this day-to-day job, which is very basic in nature, would definitely be taken over by AI. So this I would call as a technological orchestration. Now, this is the digital core that I'm talking about. Interventions like agentic AI is now critical. Through agentic AI, you should also need to look into the AI governance policy being put in place. Prompt engineering is very critical, as well as the most important, this is also the right time to look into cybersecurity and data protection and sovereignty as well. So these elements will definitely play a very important role in today's world. The second point I would talk about is the advanced analytics. Now, this would be the strategy. Now, gone are the days where individuals just sit and make a decision based on what they see. Today, we have data that drives decision making. So all the data that has been collected, it becomes important that it translates for decision maker to make informed decision. Also, things like process mining, architecture will now play a very critical role, and then jobs like predictive forecasting also will play an important aspect. To sum it all, I would also say human skill and AI skill is the way to go, because whatever we do as far as technology is there to support you. Unless you have human intervention, there's no way a particular aspect will go correct. So I will also say human in the loop will also play a very important role in driving complex problems. First is, I'll start with the market capitalization. One is every company, as much as we are saying we're coming out of the cost arbitrage regime, which we are, but at the same time, we also look at avenues which provides us long-term predictable incentive. Uzbekistan is one of that. That is number one. Number two, a population of 39 million, of which 65% of the population is under the age of 35, which is the working age. So that is the other advantage you have. You have tech-savvy individuals. So this is the unmatched scale of tech-native multilingual talent, as I put it, as an important factor that will drive Uzbekistan. Next, I will talk about the business infrastructure. Now, as I mentioned, Tashkent is something that has been happening at a large scale. Creation of jobs in the rural side or outside the capital also plays an important role. And through IT Park and the Ministry of Digital Innovation in Uzbekistan, that has already been looked into, so that we have IT parks that has been created across the country. The most important aspect is your fiscal policies or incentive that you have brought in this sector is unmatched anywhere else. You're also giving a soft landing, which hardly I've ever heard in the GBS space, for a period of 3 years, where you're giving a facility, where you're giving infrastructure with machines and equipment, etc. These aspects play a very critical role in making Uzbekistan the next GBS destination. Remember, you are competing not with an India or a Philippines. No, you're not competing with that. You're actually competing with upcoming countries like Ethiopia, you have Ghana, you have Nigeria, which will one day come up strongly. Now, positioning yourself among these countries is where your AI augmentation, your tech-savvy individual, your incentive programs that you have put in place will play a very important role. And to sum it up, what I really liked here in this ecosystem is you're genuine about it. The ecosystem is available, it is visible, it can be utilized. And that passion is what is necessary to make GBS ecosystem in Uzbekistan a successful one, and you have all the ingredient and the sauce to make it work.